another music talks with Meistersound. Meistersound being I and Valdemas. We are broadcasting everywhere. Let me set up IG real quick. How are you guys? Let's get everybody in here. Trying to get everybody in here. We're gonna have some questions coming up. Do you guys want to talk news in the music business also? That's a good thing to talk about. What's up, guys? All right. See, I got some people online looking at the stream. Guys, send me some comments. Talk to me. I'm waiting here for our special guest for today. I don't know if you saw the title, but it's Aziel Alva. Great kid, very talented. He's gonna be here real soon. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. For now, I wanna talk to you guys. Comment me what you're hearing. It is my music in the background. Produced by Meistersound, which is me. I'm Meistersound. And yeah, if you want to chill out with me, we're gonna have some fun in a little bit. Ask me questions, guys. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. What's up, guys? Talk to me. Nobody's stopping you but you. Everything you say is coming true. Nobody's stopping you but you. Everything you say is coming true. I'm done saying the wrong things, not thinking what life brings to me. From you, you told me don't be afraid, I'll be with you till the end. There's just something you need to understand. Nobody's stopping you but you. Everything you say is coming true. Nobody's stopping you but you. Everything you say is coming true.
Hay uno que está vivo, uno que murió, pero al tercer día se levantó entre los muertos. Invoque a ese, él dijo, invocar mi nombre, yo le responderé.
Everything's gonna change today when you're making new ways. Gonna toss all these chains away, raising the name away. First I start by losing myself, giving you every praise. Nothing can take the love you gave. That's why I dance the night away. I'm dancing for your name.
Okay, now connected.
What's up? Alright, I'm getting audio.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
No, only audio. We're only getting audio right now.
Okay, alright. I just got home.
Nice.
What's up?
Doing good. I just started the stream for a little bit, hoping people would join. We have a couple people now that they've joined. But how are you? How you been? How's life?
It's been good. Honestly, it was just like, I don't know. I feel like God's been like keeping me in check, and I don't know. He just keeps aligning. I'm gonna spit everywhere. I was drinking water. He keeps aligning things for me.
Okay.
And yeah, I was gonna leave the worship team I was on,
Okay.
but then I had conviction from the Holy Spirit, and then the worship teacher, the worship leader, he really like spoke to me and like really encouraged me. So yeah, so it was just like really cool. And yep.
So for the for the viewer right now, introduce yourself. Who is Aziel? And
Oh, everyone's listening right now?
yeah, everybody's listening.
Oh my God.
It's all good.
Well,
We're live. Well, I mean, I put you right on the live, so yeah.
well, my name is Aziel Alva.
I don't know if you want a video chat or no. Maybe.
I don't.
Yeah.
Let me see how. I can start video. Okay, I didn't know. Oh,
there it is. What's
hey,
up?
hey.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm eating an Oreo right
Oreos. That's what's up. I tried the new Hershey Chips Ahoy. Pretty good. They put Hershey's instead of like normal chips on the Chips Ahoy. It's pretty cool. But anyways, sorry, I digress. My bad to interrupt your intro. Introduce yourself to the masses.
Well, I'm Aziel Alva. I'm a singer, songwriter, dancer, creative, and a child of God. And I just love creating with people, working, connecting, and just helping people get inspired, as well as just creating amazing things with passionate people. So yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Um, give us a little bit of backdrop. Like, how 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 did you know, and when did you, like, first encounter that you were not only a creative but that you had a passion for it?
Hmm. I think hmm, I think in high school I looked up to a lot of Instagram people, and I honestly thought and I was like into like church singing. I didn't know much about like, pop music or anything, because I was kind of grown up in a strict, like, kind of Pentecostal kind of environment. So you know where that's going. It's like I didn't
Yeah,
listen to a lot of music, so I wanted to do hip hop, pop, and everything, but I was just like
yeah,
I wasn't seeing it in the church, and so I was just like, oh, it's just contemporary, so I'll just stick with contemporary. But I looked up to Hillsong and Free because they started doing different stuff, and yeah, and I was like, whoa, they're doing something different, and I guess like I just saw that, like, okay, if they can do something different, I can do something different. So um after high school, like I just kept pursuing and singing. I sang in church all the time growing up, and I was on dance teams. So it was just like I was in an environment that people inspired me, and people allowed me to grow, and nurtured my talents, and they saw something in me, and they how do you call it, invested in me.
yeah. They poured into you. Any other?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
high key. What, creatives and people that have talents, or that they don't know that they have talents, they need an environment like that to grow and to really um see their talent to fruition. Sometimes we get
Mhm.
stuck, and sometimes you don't know how to do things. Like, I didn't know how to do things, so I had to Google it or ask. You know what I mean? So when you surround yourself with people like that, they'll be like, "Oh, just do this." Then you're like, "Oh, that was easy," but that's high key. So that's what's up. So
Yeah.
now that we're here, I mean, I know you release your single, The Golden Hour, and then you
Mhm.
have some collabs. So you want to talk about your music work, what you've been working on, what dropped, and yeah, to get
Oh
people to.
yes. So Golden Hour was the last thing of a solo song, like a single that I released back in November 6th on my birthday. And that I didn't expect anything to happen from it. I didn't know what to expect, because it's just like, oh, I just, made music, dropped it. And through it, I made a lot of connections. And that's how I met um, Valdo, Saint, Bianca, and Edson, and a bunch of other people, just by releasing that one song. And I just been connecting with all these people. And then the next collab I did was with Bianca. Um, no, first we are working on Kanagawa Waters, right?
Yeah,
See, I'm like mixing everything up.
it's all
It was
right.
kind of
It's the things that
we're
it hasn't released, so it's like we're still.
it's in the
It's
air.
in the yeah,
It's like I want to take time, and like I'm still like working on things. Change this, change that,
yeah,
But it's like
yeah.
it's a really good song, and I can't wait till it's like all like
Pieces
solved.
together. Yeah,
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 all comes together.
yeah.
Um, but that one's an exciting one. My friend Gabe made the beat for that one. He reached out to me. He was like, let me work with you. And I was like, oh, I'm down. And I heard his beats, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, all right. And then
Yeah.
it gave birth to that song, which I can't wait to show you guys soon. And I recorded vocals with Valdo, and yeah, it was really fun. It was like I got I got more experience working in recordings and stuff and everything. I don't have a lot of experience, but I've been learning, and you know, it's been a big learning experience. And then I got to work with Bianca on for Alejate, and not only was it just a single, I mean not a single, it was a single, right?
It was a single. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It not
It
only
was a
was it a
whole package.
single, it was featured a rapper as well as a music video as well as dancing, and it was really cool. It
Just
was
an
a great
explosion, and
experience.
I think
Yeah,
that's something fresh, and I think she has the energy to really energize the
yeah,
culture here in Central Florida, because there is some energy that I've noticed here, but her energy is unique in the way that
yes,
she's doing like bigger things. And I don't say that a lot of people are not here doing bigger things,
yeah,
but for what's coming from her is something that's aimed towards a bigger audience. A lot of
hmm,
people here that are Christian or that I've seen that are trying to do things or Christian hip hop or stuff like that, they're not
yeah,
seeking massive audiences. They just want to like approve of peers, which is cool.
hmm,
It's fine. But what the energy that she's bringing, definitely.
yeah. She's like a ball of fire. She really
Yeah,
inspired me. Like everyone she comes in contact with, if you work with Bianca, you're gonna get really inspired.
it's
So yeah.
totally. So yeah, man, we're here. We can talk music. We can talk whatever. I don't have questions yet, so on Facebook, I know in Facebook, a lot of people ask me the most.
Oh, so you have it
Um,
on Facebook and
yeah,
like a lot of stuff.
it's on everything. It's on YouTube and it's on Twitch. Let me see if it's live on Twitch. Problem is, I don't have many followers on Twitch, so it's like. But if you guys want to look me up, I'm on Twitch. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere. Meistersound. You look it up and it's there. Right now, the three ones that I'm broadcasting this on is YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And if you want to join my IG live, just to get people, like, you know, get people excited and get people's questions, because through IG you could link it up too. So if you look me up on IG, I'll add you to my stream. As yo.
What?
If you want to look me up on IG, I'm on live stream there. So if you want to link it up there, so you have people asking you stuff, that you're live.
Oh, you were talking to me.
No, I mean,
I'm just like, and
just
I was just like,
vibing. It's just a vibe. It's
yeah.
just a vibe. I get it. No,
the-
no doubt, no doubt. Let me see if I got some questions.
Dang, it's really delayed on here.
Yeah, on IG is a little bit delayed. You could look what is it called? Like, yeah, like um what's it called? Like that you add yourself or whatever to
All the
the
live.
live. Yeah, so you announce it to all your followers too, and they'll be able to link up with you and ask you questions through there. It's really
Okay.
fun, just a little bit of um
Let me try this.
yeah, try. Yeah,
What
it's
time did
really
I have?
delayed. I'm getting the delayed. It's really funny. Does it give you the option? It says like add yourself or
Okay, I'm gonna do that right now. Request. Your request wasn't sent. That's rude. I'll send it again. Okay, now it was sent.
all right, boom, I got it.
Let me see
All
how this
right,
works.
watch back though. So turn down the volume on that and just listen to me through Zoom. It's the best way. I have it there, but it's muted. Boom, there it is, guys. We're on IG live.
Hey. Okay.
There we
I'm
go.
gonna
We
ask.
are live, guys. We are here with Meistersound and IZL Alva. Uh, we're having fun. Music Talks by Meistersound. Go ahead, ask us questions. Ask Aziel some questions. He's here. He's super creative. So if you wanna learn, if you wanna ask, he's in the groove of things. So if you wanna get some tips, some tricks, or just say hi, It's all good. It's all good. All right. Of course, I have my mom watching. She's watching, so she's saying hi.
Mom.
Um, she is asking if we're gonna. I don't know if you want to play some music that we are working on, but that's up to you. I'd rather not. It's not fully finished, so but that's up to you. If you wanna show people, that's cool. If not, we don't have to. But
Tempting, tempting, but I
we
don't know
well,
about that.
what we can announce is that we are working on stuff, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be litty. It's gonna be lit. Um, so stay tuned for that, guys. Pretty soon we're gonna be working on some awesome music. We are working on music. We just gotta finish it. Coronavirus is stopping a lot of the work, a lot of the flow.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, some of the projects are almost done, which is the funny thing. But yeah, guys. Now that we're on, do you got questions on your end? You got people joining? Aziel?
Nope.
It's all good. It's all good. All right. So, what's up? Like, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to say?
Um. Hmm.
What is the artist that you're most into right now? Let's talk about the full prospect of music, and let's get there because I think you have a good taste in music and a good taste in looking at the world of music, which
Mhm.
that I think that we can talk about, like more in depth for. So
Yeah.
what artist who's hitting your palette right now in musical stuff?
Lolo Zuai. That's my number one favorite artist right now.
Okay.
Uh, her vocals and like the style of music, it's like an R&B, trap, very chill, sometimes upbeat, um, a little bit of mix of pop or EDM here and there. But I just like the chill, lo-fi vibes. It's just when she executes it, and I'm just like, whoa, okay, I like that, you know. And there's Lolo, and I think the other artist I've been listening to a lot would be I listen to a lot of female artists. I just feel like the female artists are dominating the music industry in terms of creativeness, vocals. It's just like they just go to like a whole nother level, like Ariana Grande, for example, or Rosalia, Beyonce. They just take the excellence to like another level, and I've seen a lot of guy artists do that.
You know what's the funny
It's
part? About 6, 7 years ago, I was doing stuff with the Christian Music, the CMA, the Christian Music
Mhm.
Association, and stuff, and they used to tell us that they needed more female singers, especially in the Christian realm. Um, and now 6, 7 years, the business totally has changed. Like now, it's almost all female led. Even worship, like for um, worship music and like uh, I would say church style worship music. It's
Yeah,
mostly like 90% female led, which is crazy because 5, 6 years ago, all you heard was Chris Tomlin, and like you know
hmm,
what I mean, like the all male led. So it's pretty cool that we're seeing that switch. So
yeah,
it definitely music is very seasonal in a sense. Like it's like
yeah.
it really does rotate. Now that you're
Come in.
talking about
Hey, I'm on a live. There's a
it.
lot of people watching, so
Yeah, people.
oh my
Oh,
god, it's
oh,
my
oh my goodness,
mom.
look at all these people. Hi.
Hello, I'm here now, but it's broadcasting everywhere. This
Yeah,
conversation, so it's pretty cool.
Nope.
Yep.
Bye.
Hi. Bye.
that's Valdo.
Look what I got. You
Oh,
Hey,
like
those are
it?
cool. Yeah, those are dope. Are those
And I
music
got
notes?
this one. Look,
oh my god.
music.
That's awesome.
Well,
That's awesome. It looks really good.
Yeah.
I got mines here, which was a gift from my sister. But in true fashion, it's all black. But you know, it's really funny because I have a freaking big head, so it's
Vibes.
tiny. Anyways, yeah. So, um, that's awesome. What style are you looking for to get into creating now? Like, are you evolving your style? Where are you going towards? What's the creative like? Um, uh, I would say road that you want to take on.
Mm. For me, I would say R&B would be number one. R&B, um, like chill R&B, and second would be pop, and the third would be like I mean pop. Second would be like pop and EDM, like that fits in the same category for me. And then for three would be Latin music, like reggaeton and trap would be in that
Okay.
area. So, but I would mainly my roots are mainly like R&B and pop. So that's like the main my main sound. Like majority of my music you'll hear would be pop and like chill R&B stuff. So
Okay. All right. Guys, we're here live. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns here on IG, here on Facebook, we are looking at the comments. So let us know, and I'll say it in Spanish because we got some Spanish viewers. I don't know. Si tienen preguntas, Miser o a Asiel, danos comentarios y le damos una respuesta y hablamos. Um, my Spanish is terrible. I don't know what's going on with my Spanish,
yo también.
but we'll make it do. We'll make it do. Um, so yeah. Uh, it's crazy how I met you and how we initially just clicked. Um, I wish we had more. If it wasn't for this virus or whatever, I'm pretty sure we would have had more instances of linking up and everything.
Yeah,
But I really admire your passion and what you're like, because when I used to talk to Saint a lot, he would ask me about you, and he would be like, "Hey, what do you think about the kid?" He would tell me about SEO, and then I would be like, "Well, I don't know until we put him, through the paces." Like I've been working like for a long time with many different artists, and some artists like they work different. Like some artists, they have to sleep on things, or they have to like they'll need like that shred of perfect timing and the moon to align so they can get a verse out. You know,
yeah,
it's very different with many artists, and to each their own. There is very different creative ways to get to a place that you get things done. But I remember that I was really impressed because when we started doing one of the songs together that's coming soon, um, you came out with a verse really quick, and I was like, "Whoa, that's up. That's what's up." Um, you know, and that indicates two things. That indicates that there's true talent, and or you've been practicing a lot. Like you've been practicing your writing skills, your songwriting skills, because that is at the end of the day that is a skill. And a lot of people don't understand that to be a good writer, to be a great writer, to be an awesome writer is different levels of practice, and it's different levels of
yeah.
how much repertoire you have.
Hmm.
um, just like a good rapper, just like a good singer songwriter or songwriter at all. In any
Yeah,
in any step of the way, there's always rewrites. There's always evolving, and with composition, with all of this stuff, like it takes practice. And my biggest thing to whoever's upcoming and everything, that you need to practice, you need to put in the work. And it sounds like I'm like old, and like,
Yeah.
oh, you need to put it, no, like, put in the work. It always comes back, and it comes back
Yeah.
fruitfully. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Oh. So, uh, what's a good tip that you have for the people that that are watching? Because I get a lot of people that watch too that are looking for either production ideas, music ideas, songwriting ideas, or something. What gets you in a creative mood, basically? What helps you?
Hmm. Honestly, a lot of times when um I get in a creative mood, it's when it's late night hours. That's like the most creative time I get. So anyways, so
Right.
sometimes I get it when I'm falling asleep. Honestly, a lot of the songs that I have and that I've worked with, um, I feel like it's like I just give God the props to a lot of the songs I've been writing because I just hear melodies in my head and I feel like it's the Holy Ghost giving me the melodies. And sometimes it's in my dreams. I hear a song, I see the video, I see the music video, I can see the music, I can see the lyrics. I even see, like, when you're watching YouTube, you're watching a music video. I'll dream about stuff like that, but it's songs I've never heard before, seen before, lyrics I've never heard before, and it's so organized in my dreams. And then when I wake up, I just hear a voice that tells me, write it down, that's your song. And it's happened a couple of times. So I feel like that was, I feel like God will bless you if you ask him and seek him and put him first. And the second thing, for also, it's just also practicing writing, keep writing songs, on your own, stuff like that. When you're like, what kind of melody is there? Play around with it. I feel like a piano, guitar, listening to instrumentals on YouTube will help a lot with getting ideas. Or sometimes I'll be in the shower and I'm like listening to R&B music, and over the songs, like I get inspired by other songs and I'm hearing other melodies within the songs, but about different topics, different subjects. And then that's how I gave birth to some of my love songs or heartbreak songs or stuff like that. Um, and yeah, it's honestly just put your music, listening to instrumentals, piano or guitar stuff will really help you, like, try to place a melody here. What could fit there? I think that would help a lot. The first would be God, second would be the instrumentals, and third would be just finding inspiration for past experiences, current experiences, emotions, things. It's really, I feel like sometimes we overlook, as creatives or musicians, we overlook certain experiences or things that we're feeling, and honestly, every experience or thing you're feeling, you can turn that into music and turn it into art. And I was doing that. I started realizing that recently. I'm like, all these emotions that I felt, let me write it down. So I would write down what I was feeling in this season in my life, what I was longing for, where my eyes were, where my heart was. And I would write a song about something nostalgic that reminded me of that season, or how I got through that season, or how I felt about a person, or stuff like that. So I feel like the third one would be, just looking back into different or deep, areas in your life that you look over and think, oh, I can be creative like that. Pick any topic in your life, you can make a song or write anything about it. It's possible. So
And let me
yeah.
throw you a hardball one, because even I would have a little bit of you know difficulty with this question. It's because you spoke about emotions and feelings and deep sides, on yourself
Hmm.
or in your life. And the hardest thing is for somebody that's not as creative. It would be how would you materialize that? How do I get it from my head into a song? And I'm
Mm.
gonna extend that to you. Like, what ticks you? What makes you take these feelings, these thoughts, and put them into a melody or something that's musical?
Wow. Okay. For me, I think that music is very powerful, and especially what we sing or speak over our life. And I feel like when you're analyzing these thoughts, for me, like, say if it's like negative or like anything that has to do with like mental health or past experiences, like negative experiences. But if we could turn that into something, um, wait, what was the question again? I don't want to lose the.
How do you materialize? Like,
Okay,
how do
so
you get them out?
get it out on
Yeah,
like paper or like get a melody out.
melody, a song, like,
Mm,
because
I think.
I know that's the hardest thing for somebody that's not creatively in tune
Mm,
is how are songs made? You know, how did they come up with this stuff? You know, so it's an interesting question that I extend to you. It's a hard
mm,
question because for me, there's many
uh,
different ways. But to you, Azil, what would be?
I mean, for me, like, okay, so think of it um, as a story. Like, if you look at a comic book, you see the pictures, and the pictures and the words come together to um, bring a meaning or bring a story out. It's played out, and you can see it as you read, and it continues. And the same thing with the music. The music is the picture, and the words are the lyrics you're writing. You're telling a story. You're explaining, what's going on. So basically, I would say try to think it like you're trying to tell a story. What's the message you're trying to convey? Um, what's the conclusion? And then when it comes to verses, and you're you're building up to what you're I feel like the topic is in the chorus, mainly on a lot of songs. It just talks about what the idea of the entire song is about, and just the verses are the details. And so basically, just tell the story, verses details, chorus just something could be, how do you call it, vague, not too detailed or specific. It could be, but I just think of it as storytelling. So
Uh, yeah. The thing with that is like, and I'm not knocking it. It's the fact that there's so many ways of doing that.
yeah.
And that's why I extended the question to you because it's a personal question. It's like an opinion. Everybody has an
Hmm.
opinion. You know,
Yeah.
everybody has a different way of constructing something, of doing something. So it's good to hear you out and how you express yourself because I believe it does translate, and I through the music, and it touches the listener of how it was constructed. The song.
Yeah.
Um, and a good build up, you know, to the song. It's that like how it was constructed, where it came from. So a lot of people love hearing uh, the back uh, story of a song, which
Hmm.
that gets me to Golden Hour. I'm gonna play a little bit, but for the listeners and everything, and so they can get to know your music. Also, they get to know you, and then they get to know your music. Um, Tell us a little bit about Golden Hour. What's up with Golden Hour? What is it based on? What is it translated to?
Okay. So Golden Hour wrote this song in 2017. Um, So I was literally sitting in my room. I have like a window that faces the sunset, and I was really inspired by um, the song "Dusk Till Dawn." I'll be with you till dusk till dawn, baby. I'm right here. I'll never be alone. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. And I was just like, wow, I like that vibe, and I like the. I don't remember in the music video they showed the sunset, and I was like, golden hour. I want to write a song about that. And I'm like, okay, golden hour. So I went to my room. My cousin was in my room with me. He just, I want to listen. I want to listen. I'm like, okay. So I'm just playing the piano. I put the piano on my bed. And I just thought the first thing that came to mind was, you love me, I love me, I love you. Your love shines a living color. And all of the things that I could tell you look shining new. And I was like, what? I just heard, you love me, I love me, I love you. Your love shines a living color. But honestly, I didn't plan for it to be an EDM song, like EDM pop. It came out that way, and I was like, what? And
No, it sounds really
yeah,
good.
and so when I wrote it, the song, I was planning for it to be actually like a chill R&B slow song. That's how Golden Hour's originally supposed to be, really slow, chill, and and from the backstory of what the meaning is, it's like the golden hour represents the presence of God, and and I was just like, I just want to write a song that it's like, honestly, I couldn't relate to what I was writing because I don't know, God gave me these lyrics of um, another life tossed at the wayside, living on my own made me messed up, and honestly, I grew up in church my whole life, and I was still in church when I was writing this, and I mean, I felt in my heart that I felt a distance from like wanting to be a part of church. I didn't want to be a part of like part of me didn't want to be a part of anything church related. I was like, I want to like explore. I wanted to do different things and try different things. And so I did not relate to this song about me coming back to God, even though I've never left, but
Left.
my heart was like fading from, it's just like drama, life, um, so much things happening, and it's just like the things like adding up. Like what?
Yeah.
Um, but I like the song. I kept with it, but I didn't. It didn't. I didn't feel with it, and so the golden hour represents the presence of God. It's like a little celebration, like golden, golden, golden hour. I'm literally like dancing in the presence of God and just feeling God's love because God never left me. And literally that same year, 2018, I stopped going to church. Um, yeah, and I just worked all the time. Started hanging out with people that weren't, good for me, and got involved in things that, is not good. Hey, and yeah, so and then I was just, I was like in this back and forth, like I felt like Christianity and faith, it was too complicated for me, and I thought I would be better off, you know, just I believe in God, but I just don't want anything to do with it. I wanted to literally be like that, and I was like, I also another part of me is like I don't feel like I'm fit to represent a Christian artist, and I feel like that's too much pressure as well, especially when there's a lot of eyes on you. It created a lot of pressure to be this somebody that people need you to be or want you to be, and it's like I don't want to, have that pressure weight on my shoulder, and so all that caused me to just walk away from faith and everything. But being empty and everything, I just realized I needed the presence of God, and I needed God back in my life. So I tried going back to church, and eventually I found a church, and then I came back. I got saved, and the guy that I was speaking with, I've been since 2017. He messaged me in 2017. The producer I worked with, his name is Zach Norman. He's really dope. Um, he messaged me through Instagram because I did a cover of his song that he worked with Gavi, and he's like, "Hey, I work with artists and everything. And I have like a program, business, and I would love to work with you and everything." And I was like, "Oh my God, that's so dope and everything," because I never had that before.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know nothing about the music, business. I don't know anything about being an artist. I was classically trained, and also contemporary music from singing in church. So it's like I don't have experience in pop, R&B, or any of that. So Zach Norman, this dude, reached out to me and he started inspiring me. So I knew I needed to come back to church, but as well, um, I'm trying to like put the timeline together. Okay,
It's okay.
so for a golden hour, I decided that I wanted to, I have a bunch of songs. I wanted to, make it come to life. And so Zach Norman was like encouraging me. He was being like this older brother figure in my life, giving me like advice, in faith and mental health stuff, because he understood a lot about like psychology and like, but like, with a Christ mindset. And it was just like really encouraging to hear. And when we songwrite, he helped teach me like what breaking down the song was. What is the song about? What are you trying to convey? And it was just really cool working with him because it really inspired me because I thought about these lyrics and I was like, okay, I need to, like, get my life together and everything. And so I started going to a church, and then that was 2019. I started going back, and I honestly didn't want to at all. I did not want to go back to church. I was like, that's the last place I want to be. And I just got just drawn in by just Jesus, and a part of me just wanted to run away. Again, I still get withdrawals a lot, but God never withdrawed from me. His presence was always there. And that's like something that I held on to. And when I released Gold, I went to California, recorded Golden Hour. And before I went to California, I got baptized. Was it before? Yeah, I don't remember, but I got baptized, and then I went to California to record. I was on fire for God and everything, and I recorded Golden Hour. It was my first time in a studio ever, but I had vocal training prior on through FaceTime and stuff. You can't hear that, right?
Barely, but it's okay. No, you're heard
It's my
more than
sister.
that. It's okay.
Yes. So uh, yeah, so recorded Golden Hour, and I honestly realized what it was about when I got baptized in July.
Mm.
And I was just like, wow, I did not understand what I wrote about until now. And now it had so much meaning that when I listened to it, like I really felt it. And so Golden Hour has a really, special place in my heart, that what that song is about. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Without further ado, I'm gonna play a little bit. Well, I'm gonna play the song. I'll play it. I know Facebook is gonna cut it out,
Wave.
so because it is distributed, guys. But since it's distributed, that means it's everywhere. Am I right? So if it's in Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys can cop this next song that we're about to play, um, named Golden Hour. Uh, and I'll play it now for you guys. Here we go.
Putting on my feet made me realize that I cannot do this alone. Find a safe place in you, yeah. Living with you made me better. Brought to life here in your warm touch. Only can I do this, you and I. You love me, I love me, I love you. Your love shines in living color. Out of all of the things that I've heard, know you like shining, I knew. You love me, I love me, I love you. Your love shines in living color. Shines bright like golden hour. Golden, golden, golden hour. Golden, 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 golden,
Guys, remember we are live, so you can comment. This is the guy that sang this song. It's available everywhere. Spotify, iTunes, all that jazz.
In your love, there's no reason to hide from your love. Find a safe place in you, yeah. Living with you made me better. Brought to life in your warm touch. Only can I do this, you and I. You love me, I love me, I love you. Your love shines in living color. Out of all of the things that I've heard, know you like shining, I know.
Guys, available everywhere. On iTunes, Spotify, everywhere. All streaming websites. Even on YouTube. You can look it up.
My heart is exposed in your love. There's no reason to hide from your love.
What a awesome song.
Yeah.
So awesome.
I get goosebumps every time I listen to it.
Such an awesome song, guys. This is Aziel with Golden Hour. It's available everywhere. You could listen to it. You could download it on iTunes right now. And I suggest you do, because you'll be supporting a great artist and a great talent. And share, because this is where it's at. And if you guys have any questions, please extend them to him right now, as he's available here at Music Talks with Meistersound. And I got the hardest question, because I make hard-hitting questions. I don't know. I don't know.
You're good.
But this is the key, and I don't want to make you waver, but I want you to really hone in, because this is something that not that it affects me, but it's something that creatively it's on my mind all the time. Um, to be creative and to make music and to do all of this creative stuff. Are you considering yourself a Christian artist, or are you an artist that's a Christian? And why do I say that? I'm not here to waver your faith. I'm not here to waver your stuff, but
Hmm.
that's the biggest dilemma as a Christian artist. And I'll tell you why, my side, before you answer, because I don't want you, like you said yourself, a lot of people are expecting a lot from a Christian artist,
Yeah.
which that damages creatively. And I'm not saying that it damages like it destroys, but it hinders because um God gave us a way to really expose our feelings and to express them, and to be able to really be ascribed to those feelings. And it's so hard when you have not the right feelings to a Christian world, you know what I mean, a Christian
Yeah.
culture, that it almost makes it hinders it almost makes you double take. Hey, should I say that? Is that acceptable? Will I be accepted then? Would I be
Hmm.
outcast because of what I say? Now I'll let you answer. I have my answer,
Yeah.
but I want you to really connect with the people and who is listening and watching.
So yes, I am a Christian. I have a relationship with Jesus, and but in terms of artistry, in terms of a label, I'm not a Christian artist, but I'm an artist that is a Christian. So not all my music talks about, you know, it's not considered worship. Um, some of my songs are, they talk about Jesus, talk about, getting closer to God. But a lot of my other songs, they talk about, my life experiences, or, feelings that I've had, feelings that we can all relate to, crushes, love, heartbreak, or realizing of things, um, even though not all my songs will be about, the topic of the gospel, but all my songs will have intentions of educating people on, you know, evaluating themselves. At the end of the song, I want people to evaluate, where is your heart at? What are you feeling? What do you believe in? I'm on a live. Oh, hey, Mateo. Hey, what's up? How are you? I'm good. That look like
No.
You want to say hi?
Oh my.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
How are you?
I'm so sorry.
It's
Oh
okay.
my gosh. Hi. It's so romantic. Oh, there's a lot of people. How many people?
So
Hold on, hold on.
Bye, bye,
this is your
Mateo.
family.
Bye.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Bye.
That's
They all
good.
live
You
here.
have you. It's good. You have a healthy big family. That's good.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
I do
what was
have
the question?
somebody. Angelica is asking what was the question again, and I'm just gonna reiterate it because as a
Okay.
creative, it's a very complex question, but basically it boils down to, because we are creative and we're making music, which is
Yeah.
in telling of either feelings or stories, which not necessarily could be ours. I've done many songs that the story or the storyline is not even mine. Um, uh, my question to you was: are you considering yourself a Christian artist or an artist that's a Christian? Are you more revealing of your full palette of music, or are you just doing Christian or Christian oriented culture music, which is very hard because at the end of the day, I believe as a artist, as a Christian, we do want to give to
Hmm.
this culture, but again, we don't want to be subjected to this culture,
Yeah.
um, which is the hardest thing.
Yeah. So I am a Christian. I have a relationship with Jesus. But I am an artist that is a Christian. So that not all my songs will be around the messages of the gospel, but they will be like experiences and stuff. I will have songs about Jesus. I will have songs that, you know, they talk about my relationship with God or my doubts, my mental health. Um, but I, as well as I do have songs that talk about, you know, love, crushes, you know, life experiences, you know, stuff that people, you know, they can relate to. And
I'm restarting the
uh,
live on.
okay, okay,
Okay.
I'll just wait for you.
Sorry. This is number 3. All right, and let me restart it again. And sorry, guys, we're restarting the live.
Okay,
It's restarted.
okay, Eric requested.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, I think that's the biggest question an artist could ask themselves.
Mm-hmm,
Um, I believe I believe live that all music has a message and an agenda.
mm-hmm,
Be it that it has like if you study the Bible, and if you study like the biggest, like not the biggest, but the only book that is songs of songs. Like if you want the epitome of songs, the Bible has like the epitome. Like it has the cream of the creme, whatever you want to call it. Um, the songs of songs, it's a diary of how the king is looking for his wife, for his queen, and it's a whole book. And of course, in theology, is um how Jesus is looking at the bride, which is the church, which is his
mm-hmm,
people. But at the end of the day, without context, that book is a love song. It's between a man and a woman. And for me, I um that drives a lot of my music. It does have, the double meaning, of course, of God and the church and stuff like that. Or I have Ruth, Naomi, Ruth, like base stories, but I don't
yeah,
go word for word from the Bible. But all of those are really like driving forces between songwriting, in my opinion. So
yeah,
that's the biggest hindrance on a Christian artist. That what if I don't want to express myself in the nicest way? Am I allowed to? Are we are we gonna be condemned? Like, because it could go double edged sword. I can express myself and do a worship song and do a psalm, but what if I want to make a lamentation? What if I want to really understand the sorrows that I'm going through, so I can get my joy in the morning. Whoa, that
they're doing it on purpose.
okay.
Just keep talking.
Okay, cool. That startled me for a second. Interesting. Uh, it's good. It's good to have family, bro. They're
Yeah,
always gonna embarrass you, give you the nudgy, whatever it's called.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, like um, I wanna be able to express what other people are trying to express, and I think
mm-hmm,
if we do it without condemnation, we understand that God, Jesus, is a merciful God, and He's gonna. There's worse things that we could be doing, and I think
mm-hmm,
acting up on our talent and getting people inspired, because that's one of the biggest things too that we talked about earlier. Like you felt inspired by other people doing it, doing whatever it was, and you saw how easy it
mm-hmm,
was or how you could do it yourself, um, and then that inspired you. Um, you know, that I believe it's
Stop, I have 9 minutes. Stop. Mom, I don't have much time. Stop. I don't have time.
wow. Well, it's okay. We'll give it. We'll do uh, 7 more minutes. 3 more minutes. No, let's do 3 more minutes. So let's close it out so you can get set up for your other endeavors that I know you have.
Yeah.
You're a busy man. So just let the people know what's up and what's next and how they can find you.
Um, well, what's next? Actually, this quarantine was really helpful for me. Realizing that, I am a Christian, I am an artist, and I talked with my main producer that I still have four other songs I'm still working with. The one from California that worked the Golden Hour with.
Okay.
Um, he's an artist and he's a Christian,
Okay.
and he talked to me about that because before I was just like, oh, I'm just a Christian artist. But as I've been evaluating myself and how I've been feeling, but at the same time, it's like where I feel more I'm able to be free to create is in that um, you know environment of I'm an artist, but I'm also a Christian, but I'm not a Christian artist, but I do have I have standards. Jesus is my standard. So I figured that out, and so that's the direction I'm going with my music. I have a lot of really cool songs, and a lot of songs will sound like love songs, but it would actually be directed towards my relationship with God, or talking about things I went through and my questioning of my faith and stuff, or questioning about why does this happen, why did this happen, and so on. I want to talk about things things that people relate to. Not everything is Z88.3, save for the little ears. Let's get rated R here. Let's talk about serious things that we go through: depression, suicide, feelings that contradict the plans and purposes of God. Let's sing about these subjects. I'm not saying condoning certain feelings, but let's bring these topics to the table that people are like, no. It's
Yeah.
like I want to be an open book and be like, hey, these are things that I've been through, and put that in my music. Even though it's not like being like, Jesus, Jesus, all that stuff. But
They're
it's
more
like it's
afraid of the unknown
yeah,
than the fear of God. Like they respect less God than the power of God that he can win, that he can overtake, that he can that
yeah,
really we're all in this together and we all fall
mm-hmm,
short of the glory of God.
yeah,
So why not be real? Why be
mm-hmm,
fake? Um,
yeah,
so that is very
yeah,
very instrumental in I believe in Christian music and how it should. For me, it should be an evolvement because we all need it like seasons. Um, um, I made the error of doing a lot of insane stuff before the gospel industry was really into it. Like I remember when Hillsong United started coming out with electronic stuff, when
yeah,
Elevation Worship started coming out with stuff. I remember I was doing that stuff for a worship setting years prior.
mm-hmm,
But the thing is that the people weren't ready. Um,
yeah,
so uh, that's why I always say like keep working, and if it's the time, it's the time.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I don't want to take more of your. Oh, Danny Drip is on the.
Hey,
What's up,
hey,
Danny?
bro.
I just saw the comments. Yeah, we're talking about being a Christian artist or an artist that's a Christian, and that's very. I think that's the next evolution that we should all be artists that are Christian. We should all strive to be artistic unto God, unto all things. So that would mean to create new things where there isn't, because He's
Yeah.
allowing us. You know what I mean? Create new paths because there isn't, because He's allowing it. You know,
Hmm.
um, I love it, and it calls for more revolution, and it's not like revolution to do, to be stupid about things, but it's a revolution to make that light brighter, to make that light broader. It's like we're expanding the sun. You know what I mean? Like we are taking him to places that he hasn't been before, and to some people that might be crazy, but that's what it's all about. It's crazy.
Hmm.
Um, I remember, I remember when hip hop Christian or even rock Christian was, the devil music or whatever. It's
Yeah.
insane what people go to not do change,
Hmm.
and or to not be open to change. And I think that's the most wonderful thing Jesus has done for us. Even with this time, with this quarantine, I never went through something like this. I'm pretty sure 99% of people that are alive right now never went through a quarantine this big, because the last one was 100 years ago. So this is a new thing, but this is where faith gets stretched, and we experience new things. We experience a new way of building life with Jesus, with God. So you're meaning to tell me that I can't experience that creatively, making the message in a new way? Because it's
Hmm.
still the same message. There's no changing about it. It's just conveyed in a new way, and I think that's where it's at.
Same message, same standard. Jesus is the standard.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's right, Danny's like, we should all be spirit led, no matter what the title or box is.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's key.
Yeah.
It's not about
That's
titles. It's not.
yep. Yep. I'm learning all everything. So I just think like especially for creatives, you just need to be really careful. And I find myself being led by my feelings a lot instead of being led by the spirit. And I just think it's really important that as creatives that we really, guard our hearts and guard our mind. And because I know since we're creatives, we're really open to a lot of things, and we just really need to be rooted in God and the Word and in His presence. So we know that we don't let anything take us off the path that God has for us, even if we're not a Christian artist or if we are. Hey Vinny. Um. So yeah. So that's basically it.
So this has been Aziel. I will have my sister come through in a little bit. I will take a 2 minute break, but if you guys want to check out Aziel's work, he's on everything Spotify. What's the specific IG handle?
Um. Azel Alva. Azilalva. It's right here.
Okay.
Meistersound. Oh
It,
yeah, on Instagram they to see it, but I don't know about the other places that
it's
you have.
okay. You spelled it out. Hopefully the people know. If not,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just comment it, and I'll write it down. Um,
Awesome.
but
Hey.
this has been very fun. Hopefully next time we could do it. Maybe with an exclusive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanna really drop some music with you. I think it's um Danny. We are working on music.
Mhm.
I need to get Danny into one of these. I wanna. We have some music together, which was really awesome. But me and Azil are working on some stuff.
Mhm.
Uh, Hopefully soon. Soon. Um, I wanna. Telling you, I wanna get that stuff done as soon as possible.
Hey,
Um,
thanks, Vinny.
but it's gonna be lit. And guys, share this to anyone that's creative or anybody that has questions and answers. I want to get more people into the show because I think it's really interesting to get into people's minds, into people's way of producing music, and hopefully getting more people inspired and to let them understand that, oh snap, that was kind of easy. Hey, we made a song, or oh, it's that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Man, I would have been doing this eons ago. So I think it's pretty exciting. And yeah, guys, thank you for being here. I do have part one on IG. On YouTube, I have the whole session. So if you guys want to come back and watch it, look me up on YouTube, Meistersound. And yeah, I'm gonna put some music, and I'll be right back. I'll see you guys.
Hey. Oh, I think I have to go. Yeah, I have to go to another meeting. So, it was really fun, bro. Hey, can't wait till next time. All right, I'm like, peace out. Love you guys. Hey, and I'm still on the Zoom. I'm going to other one. How do I leave this? Just exit out.
Y es su nombre, gloria, y es su nombre, gloria.